Hello, everybody. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Atika. I am your Shopee Uni trainer, and today I'm going to share with you guys how to optimize your product listing. Okay, but before that, guys, I would like to find out if you guys can hear me clearly. Okay, if you guys can, as per the usual drill, can you write? Can you type one in the chat box or just give me an emoji reaction so that I know that you guys are all ready to actually learn and find out more, maybe some secrets, okay, some tips and tricks on how to actually make your products even more stand out, okay, on our platform. Okay, thank you so much, Kawaii OS, Shamimi, Mick Amida, nice name. Okay, and of course, guys, I would like to also share a little bit of public service announcement. Okay, one, please take note that Shopee do take scams very seriously. Therefore, we have taken protective measures to actually protect both of our buyers and also sellers. However, we would like to also remind you guys to stay vigilant and alert. And there are two things that you can actually do, okay, to protect yourself from online scams. One, never ever share any sensitive information with anyone, okay, which includes your Shopee username, your password, your OTPs, okay, your credit card details, basically the PNC stuff, okay, guys? And of course, okay, don't forget to always check on your phone, okay, on the verification methods to access your account. Okay, whereby if let's say your Shopee account is actually handled by your staff, okay, and maybe the staff left the company, please make sure it is updated accordingly. That's one. And then secondly, if you guys have not actually registered any working email address for your Shopee store, okay, please do so because I'm going to share with you guys why is it actually important. Okay, because we at Shopee, there will be more ways for us to assist you, to reach out to you and validate your concerns, okay, and for us to also assist you should there be any issues in regards to accessing your account. Okay, so what you need to remember is that, okay, for this time around, okay, starting February actually, okay, one, okay, this is not a customer support channel. So if you guys have any specific questions, okay, please direct them to the question tab. Okay, I will be more than happy to answer it for you guys. Okay, for this slide, okay, you are actually able to view, okay, at the webinar registration page on Seller Education Hub. However, unfortunately, you are not able to download the slides anymore. So right now, what you need to do is, I hope you guys have pen and papers ready or your iPad. Just take down, okay, the tips, okay, that I will be sharing later on. Okay, and of course, guys, if you guys, okay, actually fill up the feedback form by the end of today's session, okay, there are something for you guys as well. All right. We will actually give a mystery prize, okay, to 10 random, okay, to 10 random participants, okay, from each month. So the mystery prize actually consists of our merchandise, okay, and if you are lucky enough, you will be contacted. So make sure when you fill up the feedback form, okay, give us very constructive feedback. That will be much appreciated. And of course, okay, if you guys are selected, we will reach out to you via email. So please make sure that you have actually, okay, you have actually key in the emails accordingly. All right. Okay. Hi, Nor, Nadia, Masnur, Anissa, Siti, Nur Hafika, Nur Abida, Adiba. Sorry about that. And yes, Nor Ashikin. So we are going to change up a bit, okay, right now before I also proceed. Okay, the objective of today's session basically, I would guide you step by step, okay, on how to make sure that your product is will actually reach better visibility when especially for new products, and maybe you want to edit the products accordingly as well. Okay, and those of you guys who have friends who have Shopee sellers that you might know who have actually signed up for today's session, please let them know that the session has already started. Okay, and you guys can also share the category of the product that you guys are selling. Okay, so that I am also able to actually give a better example throughout today's session as well. Okay, so the first topic, how to upload your product listing. Okay, so if you guys are new, okay, and if you guys are unsure, like what would be the best way for me to actually make my product visible? So let us put ourselves on a buyer's perspective, right? So even you guys are buyers on Shopee, okay? Think of it this way. Sometimes you remember the name of the sellers, sometimes you remember the name of the product, and sometimes you remember the name of the shop, and sometimes you remember the name of the brand. So today we're gonna focus on naming the product whereby, okay, you guys can actually follow this particular setup. Okay, this particular formula, setup pula. This particular formula whereby one, you put the brand, okay, the product model or the product name, specification, and also size. So these are the formulas that you guys can actually do, and it actually works. So for example, because I see that maybe you guys are shy to share the product category that you guys would like to actually share with me, but it's okay. So for example, I am actually selling, okay, this headphone. Okay, you guys can see, right? Okay. So basically, maybe I am reselling it from a brand. So this headphone brand is Edifier. So the brand name is Edifier. The product model maybe is X200, for example. I'm not sure what the brand name, but let's say it's just X200. Okay, specification, maybe I can put there wireless or wireless charging. Okay, for example. Okay, and then the size, or in bracket, you can put if the product has any special terms and condition. Okay, what are the special terms and condition is basically you saying that, okay, so this one, okay, in bracket, you put there free gift, um, free gift ear pad cushion, for example. Okay, so this will actually give a better understanding of your product for the buyer. Okay, and then will actually encourage them to further read up about your product. And for example, right, basically when you actually name your product, okay, it is very, very important that you actually cover the basics. Whereby first, okay, grammar is very, very important, guys. So capitalize the first letter of each word, okay. And we actually do not encourage to put their hot item or 100% original or bestseller, because okay, it will actually set an expectation by the buyer, because it is very subjective, right? So if let's say you say that it is hot item, okay, it's best for you to actually put in the product information so that they would know why is it a hot item. Okay, and then after that, do not use any emojis. Okay, and also you are not encouraged to actually use any symbols or hashtag on your product name. Why? Again, logically, okay, if you are a buyer, okay, let's say you want to actually find, let's say you actually want to find chocolate chip cookies. This is the best example, right? Food. Okay, chocolate chip cookies. So do you actually type chocolate chip cookies, or do you actually put the emoji? So the same concept that we actually brought here, so that it will be easier when the name is typed out, so it will easier for your product to be visible as well. Okay, so these are the product example that we encourage and discourage, do not encourage basically. Okay, because we do not want to mislead the buyer, okay, with a product name that is too long, okay, and with a product name that is confusing. If let's say this happen a lot for sellers who are selling fashion item, So let's say I'm actually wearing like a top, right? So let's say the seller is actually selling baju kurung. So baju kurung has different types. Okay, if you guys don't know, so we have baju kurung kedah, baju kurung pahang, baju kebaya. So maybe the seller would want to actually the traffic to go to their product. Okay, so the seller started putting there, okay, baju kurung, cotton, kedah, pahang, kebaya. Okay, and it will actually give a very misleading information to the buyer, where the buyer might feel like, hey, this is not the right. This actually baju kurung cotton, baju kurung kedah, baju kurung pahang? Okay, because some buyers like myself, okay, I don't really know how to differentiate the product in that sense. For example, okay, so you see the third box, okay, the third row, use clear and concise name. For example, very direct. Okay, do not put too much. Okay, if you want to put a little bit more, then you can actually put the in the product information. And of course, guys, okay, putting the right product category is also important. Okay, which is why last year, I think last 2 years, okay, we are 2023. Okay, last 2 years, okay, so basically, Shopee has actually launched what we call the product category guide. Okay, can I know which one of you guys are in this session who have actually used, okay, this particular function before? Okay, maybe can I get a one if you have used it before? And if you have not used it before and you're wondering why is it actually, okay, maybe you guys can type two. Okay, I will do a short live demo. Okay, for me to show to you guys what are the functions of this particular product category. Okay, all right, never mind. Don't worry about it. Okay, so right now I'm gonna guide you guys. Okay, so let's say for example, if I'm looking for, okay, if I'm selling headphones just now, right? Okay, so what's gonna happen is that, all right, so what's gonna happen is that I will actually look. Okay, so these are the categories that you should set so that people who are looking for earphones, headphones will actually be able to see your product first. Okay, this is why your product visibility will actually increase. Okay, that's one. Okay, so let's say that you can't really find the item here. Okay, you can't exactly find the item here. Okay, let's say you want to put your product category baju kurung kedah, specifically baju kurung kedah. So here you see that the first category is Muslim fashion, women Muslim wear, dresses and baju kurung, right? So what you can do is actually, you guys can actually go to the Shopee website, okay, and then you guys can actually search, okay, baju kurung kedah and look for sellers, preferred seller, preferred plus or more sellers on how their product has been categorized. Okay, so let's say for example, you want to actually put baju kurung kedah, right? So let's say I choose here, okay, because I can see that this particular seller has sold quite a number of baju kurung kedah. Okay, all right. Okay, so you guys can see here that after picking Muslimah wear, there is actually another category, subcategory of baju kurung and kebaya specifically. Okay, so you guys can see, so on the fifth level category, you guys can also specify baju kurung and kebaya so that people who are actually looking for baju kurung kedah will actually be able to view your product. Okay, so that's the next one, okay, is basically what are the importance of choosing the right category? Is basically you are already attracting the target market of the product that you are selling. So you don't want people to actually, you don't want people, okay, who is looking, for example, who is looking for baju kurung, okay, baju kurung Pahang, for example. But then since your name, okay, is actually, maybe you are actually selling baju Melayu, okay, so people who are actually looking for baju Melayu, they might not be able to actually find your product. So your product view will be lower, okay, and then it will not be able to translate to sales as well. So that's why it is very, very important. Okay, so these are the example that I showed you guys earlier. Okay, and the product description, basically to put in all the contents, okay, all these contents in the product description. Okay, for example, if you are selling F&B product, food and beverages, make sure you put the ingredients, make sure you put ingredients, and then make sure you put the particular um uh expiry date, okay, and then after that how to actually consume the product, for example. Okay, so let me show you a seller. Okay, this seller I have actually been sharing about it, about them. Okay, because they actually demonstrate a very good example of a good product information. Hold on, ya guys. Let me just quickly search. Okay, for this seller. Okay, this seller is selling. This seller is actually selling. Okay, so you can see here, right? This particular seller, okay, has actually directly provide the product information accordingly here. Okay, the product specification, this one you can also fill up. Okay, and you guys can also see here. Okay, it's very, very straightforward. Okay, so you guys can also see what are the content, the nutrition content of the particulars variation of the product. So this is a good product descriptions as well. Okay, so you guys can see here. Okay, and then after that, you guys can also see that this particular seller has also included a video. Okay, you guys can see here. Right. So, which is why this particular seller, okay, they have also categorized their product properly as well. Okay, which is why at the end of the day, okay, people who are looking for all this spread will be able to actually view her product as well. Okay, so the product attributes is as per what I've mentioned earlier and I showed you guys earlier. Okay, it is very, very important because the more product attributes that you actually fill up, okay, the easier for the buyer to actually deduce, okay, what your products are all about. So your product information doesn't have to be too lengthy or doesn't have to be too long-winded. It can be very, very straightforward. Okay, and bullet points are actually encouraged to be used. Okay, so that you guys are able, the buyers are able to also see the highlighted, okay, information, or what we like to call it unique selling point of the product. Okay, and then of course, okay, don't forget, before you always upload a new product, okay, make sure that the price and stock, okay, physical stocks are finalized, in the sense that if let's say the price that you are taking the product from a supplier, okay, just double confirm, because if let's say you change too many times within 72 hours, your product might be flagged and it will be suspended. So we don't want that to happen. Okay, guys? Okay, next is variation. If you guys notice the live demo that I've actually shared, basically variation are suitable to differentiate, okay, the choices that you have as a seller for the buyers. Okay, why we encourage sellers at the moment, we only have a two-tier variation. Why we encourage the sellers to actually use two-tier variation, okay, and not the one at the bottom, is because this two-tier variation will also help the seller to minimize human error. Okay, when you are packing the order, and for the buyer to be able to see properly, okay, I've actually, let's say, for example, this t-shirt, okay, I've actually choose black and also the size M. Okay, but then if let's say you do one variation, okay, or no variation at all, and then you do something like the bottom box, okay, the buyer might accidentally click blue, still click black M, but then maybe upon fulfillment, okay, it might not be fulfilled correctly. Okay, so before I proceed to the next topic, which is the image part, okay, can I know if you guys have any questions so far? Okay, and I would love to actually get some reactions from you guys. If you guys are able to follow so far, perhaps can you guys just give me a thumbs up? Yes, thank you so much. Or just say yes in the chat box as well so that I can proceed, okay, to this particular subtopic. Okay, and of course, guys, if you guys have any question, don't be shy. Okay, please direct them to the question tab as well. Okay, I will be more than happy to actually answer questions. Okay, so for image, okay, we highly encourage sellers, okay, especially new sellers, get used to it by taking photos, okay, of a plain background. Why? Because we want the buyer to be able to focus, okay, on the particular product, okay, whereby it will then highlight the unique selling point of the particular product. So a good product consists of three things. Okay, let me just show you guys. Okay, so three things. So you should have the photo from the front view, the side view, and also the top view. Okay, so that buyers who are not able to actually see the product in real life. Okay, let's say you do have a shop in KL. Okay, but then the buyer who is inquiring is actually from maybe Terengganu or Kelantan, for example. So they want to buy your product, but how would they know how it looks like? Okay, before they actually purchase it, what exactly your product have? Okay, so if let's say you are selling products under a certain like set or packages, right? Okay, please make sure that you actually take the angles that I've shared earlier. Why? Because this will also give the buyer a better understanding. Okay, I will be receiving this if let's say I purchase this item from this particular seller. Okay, you might have noticed as well, some sellers will actually say that, okay, let's say for example, especially electronics, okay, they actually did not really put the product per se. Some of it there is a hand model, or it is actually placed next to another product. Okay, so they will actually put there, let's say they want to sell okay, let's say they want to sell this headphone, okay, and then they actually put it on a headphone stand. Okay, and then what they actually say that phone stand is not included in the purchase. Okay, which is great because why? Okay, when buyer actually sees it in the product information, okay, it will also tell them like, oh, okay, actually for this particular product, it does not come with a headphone stand. Okay, but then what you have done is that, Okay, what you have done is that you also mentioned in the product information, maybe you want to. Okay, however, we are also selling this particular headstand, okay, headphone stand, for example. Okay, Musa is not able to actually hear me. Can I know if you guys can actually hear me clearly? Okay, if you guys can you guys type two in the chat box or just give me a thumbs up? Okay, let me just help our friend right here. Okay, thank you so much. All right. Okay, let me just assist Mu. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Okay, let's move forward to the elements of the images. Okay, so the element of images are basically one okay part that you need to make sure. Okay, all of us have a smartphone right now. Okay, your Shopee app is also accessible from your phone, I believe. Okay, so use that to your advantage because most smartphone these days, they are already of a good quality. Okay, so what you need to make sure is that okay, when you are actually taking photos, okay, all these photos, you guys can actually do it in a more basic ways. Okay, in the sense that just find a plain background, or maybe if you have just started, okay, you guys can also put the product on like your table. Okay, plain background doesn't mean white background. White background is only specified to shopping mall sellers. Okay, but plain background meaning that it can be a black color or blue color. Okay, you guys can also learn about color wheels. Okay, so that it'll be easier for your product to stand out even more in the photos. Okay, and then you guys can also do close-up photos if you want, just to give a better overview what the products are all about. Okay, so these are the examples of the images. So the discouraged examples, right? So this particular photos, okay, you guys are actually able to share it or to put it, okay, in your shop decoration. Okay, meaning that you want to put it in the carousel, you want to edit it on Canva, up to you to actually promote the product, but not on the product itself. Okay, I repeat. Okay, you guys can actually use the other examples that is shared in this slide. Okay, for you to actually put in the poster, in the banner, okay, but not in the product listing itself. All right. Okay, so videos are also great. I believe that I've shared with you guys earlier one of our sellers who have actually used videos to highlight the unique selling point of the product. Okay, why we actually noticed that ever since, especially the pandemic, okay, visualization are highly sought for in the sense that when people can actually see it, although online, it gives the buyer a better confidence, or oh, I will actually receive this particular product, okay, with such okay unique selling point, okay, or ingredients and vice versa. Okay, what you need to remember is that you need to make sure that the format has to be MP4. Again, this can be done online. Okay, and then maybe you can put 10 to 60 seconds only. Okay, a good one would be about 30 seconds because a good one would be 30 seconds because we don't want the buyer to also lose focus as well as they go along and watch your videos. Okay, so you can actually upload your videos on Shopee app and also on your desktop depending on your preference. Okay, and what you can also take note is that this will also give the buyer, okay, more information in regards to your product, which then will make them not ask so much. Okay, even if they do ask, maybe you can politely tell them that, hey, we have also listed this in the product information. Do let us know if there's anything else that you are not able to understand or you would like to confirm with us. Okay, so this is you basically educating the buyer, not coddling them so much. Okay, and I truly believe if you put an effort to actually list your product properly, take proper photos, okay, put in an effort to actually put videos, okay, it will also be easier for the buyer, okay, to view your product and then to purchase, okay, add that product in the shopping cart and then purchase the items accordingly. Okay, so next is basically the weight and shipping option. Okay, so if you guys are new, please take note that on Shopee, we actually want you to actually calculate volumetric weight. Okay, what is volumetric weight? Is basically the product weight plus the packaging weight. Okay, because logically, if you were to ship out the item, you won't ship out the item there and then, correct? You would have actually um, wrap the product with bubble wrap and then maybe put it in a box, for example. Okay, so you have to take all those packagings weight into consideration as well. Okay, for example, if I want to sell like a bottle, okay, maybe a stainless steel bottle, so the bottle's weight is 0.3 kilogram. Okay, and then the packaging that I normally use, bubble wrap, and then the box will probably weigh about another 400 grams, 400 kilograms, um, 0.4 kilogram, 400 grams. So in the weight, I would actually need to put 0.7 kilogram and not just 0.3 kilogram. Why? Because this will actually allows your product to also be calculated properly by the courier. Okay, if you are under our subsidized shipping channel, okay, whereby if let's say you actually only put 0.3 kilograms and then when the courier weigh the item, maybe it's like 1 kilogram, for example, okay, the additional 700 grams will then be charged to you. So we don't want that to happen to you guys. All right. Okay. So if you guys don't know, now you know. You guys can actually put a pre-order item. Okay, but then please take note that the pre-order item can only be 10% from the total number of your item. Okay, what does it mean by, let's say you have 10 products. Okay, only one product should be pre-order status. Okay, why we are doing this is because we want the buyer to actually have confidence when they purchase from you, because they know, oh, okay, this seller do have other ready stock product. Okay, and then if you guys are want to also sell used product, is also possible, but not all categories. Yeah, please don't forget. Okay, like food and beverages, you're not allowed to sell pre-eaten food. Same goes to undergarments. Okay, so some of the product that you guys can actually resell are like electronics, anything related to health, hygiene are not allowed. Okay. Okay, so to also save up your time, okay, we do have mass product upload, okay, whereby, okay, let's say you are planning to upload 10 different products at the same time, okay, you wouldn't want to actually spend the whole day to actually do that, correct? Okay, so what you do is basically you actually try to understand how the product upload works, in the sense that you might try the whole day, so you don't have to do that anymore. What you guys need to do, just select the mass upload tool only. Okay, next one is understanding your limits. Okay, so why I actually remember just now, I actually asked you guys to register a working email address. Okay, so these are the normal sellers listing limits. Okay, if you guys just join us, okay, or have less than 5 unique orders, okay, you guys can only upload to 1000 product. Okay, but then if let's say there is no product registered, okay, in your Shopee account, sorry, no email address registered. I repeat, no email address registered in your Shopee account. Okay, you are only able to list, okay, up to 100 product only. Okay, so it will actually limit your potential to grow on our platform. Okay, and of course, guys, do not, okay, violate any penalty points. Okay, you guys can read up more about penalty points on our Seller Education Hub. Okay, because why? It will then also reduce your listing limit views as well. Okay, whereby let's say you have 1,000 product. Okay, but because you have more listing violation, okay, penalty points, okay, buyers are only able to see 500 of your product. We don't want that. Okay, up next is listing quality checkers. Okay, so these listing quality checkers are actually available for selected sellers. If you guys do have it, please, please, please use it. Okay, because it is very, very important for you guys to be able to also make sure that your product listing is currently up to date. Okay, and it follows our how our algorithm works. Okay, so that at the end of the day you won't get any penalty because you are verifying your listing from time to time. Okay, you actually accept the suggestions for you to improve your listings accordingly. Okay, and then if any listings are of a potential to be under listing violation, you can quickly do that before, okay, the product listing is suspended. Okay, so it can actually help you to screen your product listing individually. Okay, and also by batch. Again, if you guys have 1,000 products, you can't possibly like check one by one, right? So we will do that for you. Okay, and then after that as well, okay, all the violation alerts, if let's say there's any issue, will then be sent to your push notification, which you can actually view accordingly. Okay, so these are the best practices. Again, basically amend the listing using the suggestions. Okay, once you have resolved the warning, okay, save it and republish it again. Okay, so how do you check and edit your listing for single upload? Okay, so right now, for single and mass upload, okay, for this one, you guys can actually view the slides in SEH later on. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to do a live demo, okay, on how to actually access, okay, the part of adding your product. Okay, it's very, very simple. Okay, before that, guys, a little tips that I can share with you guys is that on our Seller Center, regardless any languages that you actually use, okay, is either you guys want to use, okay, is either you guys want to use the visitor part, okay, okay, is either you guys want to use your phone or your phone or your desktop. Okay, you guys can actually view, okay, the simple explanation of what the tools are all about. So even after this session, okay, you guys might be wondering how do I actually like, maybe add the products and whatnot. So you guys can actually read accordingly before doing that. Okay, so again, okay, for mass upload, right? For mass upload, you guys can use these tools. Okay, and even so, you guys can also find out more here and also read up here. Okay, so you guys can click here And then you guys are also able to download the basic template, okay, for any category. Okay, and then if let's say you are selling item from a specific category, let's say just Muslim fashion, okay, you can just click advanced. All right. Okay, so you guys can see here, it's very, very specific. Okay. All right. Okay, so these are also the extra tips that we have provided to our sellers. So feel free to actually read it up. Okay, and then also if you guys are unsure, okay, you guys can also. Okay, sorry guys. So basically, right, for this particular explanation that I've shared earlier, okay, so if you guys want to upload like more than 10 products at one time, even 5 products at one time, you guys can use this feature. Okay, go to home, go to my product, and then click batch tools. Okay, and okay, you guys can mass upload. Okay, if you guys are selling product from any categories, okay, you want it to be generic, you guys can use the basic template. Okay, if not, you guys can use the advanced template as well. So let's say you actually want to use the advanced template. Okay, I hope you guys can see. Okay, so if you guys can see here, you guys can actually put the category ID here, and we have also provided a guide. Okay, what are the features are all about, so that you guys can see. Okay, and then you guys can also upload the sample as well. Okay, and then after that, what you guys can do is just to make sure that all the informations are filled up accordingly. Okay, before you publish the product as well. All right. Okay, so these are the guidelines that you guys are also able to view, okay, on SEH for the slides later on, okay, for your reference. Okay, and then of course, guys, okay, you guys can also mass update. Okay, you guys will see the exact same thing, okay, for you guys to generate, because you know some product, for example, if it's a fashion Muslim fashion product, right? So sometimes maybe, oh, this particular SKU, okay, or what we call store keeping unit, so let's say you have 5 design, one design will actually be late. Okay, so you'll be like, oh shoot, okay, what should I do? Okay, what you can do is that maybe there are also one design, maybe there are also like 10 colors, for example. Okay, so you guys don't have to like take a lot of time to actually update them one by one. You guys can use the batch tool features. All right. Okay, so these are a scenario whereby your listing failed to be uploaded. Okay, again, we want to make life easier for our sellers. Okay, whereby if let's say when you upload them, okay, you guys can actually download it back, okay, the record, to see whether there are any issues in regards to your product. Okay, I don't have an example of the exact example, but it's exactly like what you see. Okay, whereby there will be an error on the action part. Okay, you guys can see file name, process, action, right? So if there is an error, just click download it, okay, and then fix it accordingly. That's all. Okay, so these are how you filter listing for mass upload. Okay, meaning that if let's say the product has a listing violation or have any issues, okay, what you guys can do, you guys can just tick at the side. You guys can see that. Okay, and then just edit the details accordingly. Okay, right now, because today is actually a basic webinar. Okay, so I really urge you guys, encourage you guys to actually learn all these basics, so that as you grow bigger, so maybe right now you only have maybe 5 products, right? Okay, but then maybe as you grow bigger, maybe after this you have 10, 50, 100, 200, 1,000. Okay, you are already used to the system in the sense that it will not take you a lot of time as well to do the editing and whatnot. Okay, so if you are requested to actually edit the listings with violation, okay, one of the reason are when you actually put, okay, your contact number, okay, the shortened link of your contact number that is not allowed, and then you put an external um, website in your product information. Let's say another platform or another website, maybe your own website. Okay, that is not allowed. Yeah, because it is very, very important for the transaction to be made on Shopee, because we do have cases whereby the seller, okay, got cheated. Okay, the buyer was confused, the buyer was misled. So we really don't want that to happen. We really want our sellers, both our sellers and also buyers, have a pleasant selling and buying experience on our platform. Okay, lastly is the types of listing violation. Okay, so listing violation are actually very, very common, especially for new sellers. Okay, whereby maybe you are not sure what can be done or what cannot be done. Okay, based on what you have read or you have asked around. So it is important for you to also just check out all these links, okay, that you are also able to just search by Google. Okay, you guys can just put there Shopee MY policies, okay, Shopee prohibited listing, okay, Shopee seller education hub. All these things are available there. Okay, where we will actually highlight all the items are which are updated by the Ministry of Health, okay, by certain big brands, for example, okay, for us to be able to let you guys know before you invest a lot more, okay, to actually sell on our platform. Okay, how to check listing violation? Okay, again, when you actually go to product, okay, my product just now, okay, there will be a section of product violation. Again, if you are not sure, feel free to hover your cursor, okay, or maybe if you're on Shopee app, okay, you guys can actually also click on the question mark icon or a small icon, okay, whereby all this, okay, we will actually put the violation reason, okay, and what are the suggestion. Okay, we do not want to leave you in the dark, so once it is done, you can then after that be able to publish your products accordingly. All right, okay, so that's all from me today. Thank you so much, guys, for joining. I really appreciate it. And okay, right now I just want to ask you guys to join me in the Kahoot, okay, game. Okay, for me to just test your understanding, okay, in regards, okay, to today's session. Just hold on, let me just double check. Okay, hold on, ya guys. Let me just open up and see. Okay, let me just double check. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, let me just double check, yeah, you guys. All right. Okay. So what you guys can do now, you guys can go to kahoot.it. Okay. And then you guys can actually include this game pin 3399698. Okay, I repeat 3399698. Okay, maybe we can wait for a few more. Okay, we will start the session in five, four, three, two, one. Okay. All right. Number one, optimize your product listing. Okay. Question number one. Why choosing the right category for your product so important? Is it to increase product visibility to appear in search page when buyer enters the relevant keyword, or both are correct? Yes, correct, guys. Both are correct, yeah. Okay, let's see who is currently leading. Xiao Yuan. Okay, how to mass edit your product attributes? Okay, is it my product batch tool attributes tool? Okay, or is it mass update or mass upload? It's pretty straightforward. Okay, all right. So next question. Okay, you can now upload product video on Shopee app and Seller Center. Is it true or false? All right, yes, correct, guys. You can both upload product on Shopee app and also Seller Center. Okay, up next. Okay, what is the maximum product duration? I mentioned just now. Okay, 30 seconds, 40 seconds, 50 seconds, or 60 seconds, guys. Yes, correct. 60 seconds. 30 seconds is a recommended timing, but it's actually 60 seconds. Okay, last question. How to mass upload your product details? Again, is it by choosing attribute tools? Is it by choosing mass update? Or is it by choosing mass upload? Okay, you guys need to remember, it's very straightforward. Okay, 30 second, less than 20 second left. Yes, correct. Mass upload, of course, you will choose the mass upload tools. All right, let's see who is the winner. Okay, number three, Queen Nika. Congratulations. Okay, at first runner up is RW. And the winner is Xiao Yuan. Congratulations and thank you so much to all of you guys who have actually joined our webinars today. Okay, what do you guys win? Okay, you guys win bragging rights, okay, for winning today's Kahoot. Okay, thank you so much again. Once again, guys, I really appreciate it and I hope you enjoy my sharing session for today. Okay, so right now, before we end today's session, I would also like to share a little bit about our Shopee Uni Community Facebook group. Okay, whereby you are also able to hang out, okay, to discuss with other sellers how to actually utilize Shopee platform as a seller better. Okay, you guys can scan this QR code, or you guys can also click the link that I will be sharing right now in the chat box as well. All right, so don't forget to put the name of the class, date of the class, your Shopee username, and your phone number. Okay, and of course, guys, you guys can also find out a lot more, okay, from your session today. Okay, and you probably like to find out more about other tools that we have on our platform. We do have a session in Bahasa Malaysia, okay, in English, in Hawaii. Um, all three different languages based off your language preferences. Okay, up next we actually have Shopee Uni Basic, okay, in Mandarin at 3 p.m. with our Shopee expert DT and also my colleague Zoan. So if you guys would like to find out more on how the basic works, okay, like what I shared you guys earlier, okay, cover the basic and God's willing, okay, it is a lot more easier for you to move forward, okay, and grow bigger on our platform as well. Okay, you guys can also watch this recording, okay, after you fill up the feedback form as well, and you are able to also read up, okay, the slides, okay, on our SEH registration page as well. Okay, unfortunately, it will no longer be sent to your email. Okay, so give us your feedback, okay, whereby you will stand a chance to win exclusive Shopee Uni merchandise, like I mentioned, 10 um, 10 random participants will receive K Shopee Uni merchandise. So it's very, very important for you guys to also fill up the feedback form. Okay. All right. Okay. Please make sure that you actually fill up the details accordingly. Okay, the video replay link will be sent by tomorrow or next week. Okay, working days. All right. So my name is Atika. So you guys can choose in the feedback form as well. Okay, and I hope to see you guys in the next Shopee Uni webinar session. Okay, thank you so much once again, TGIF. I hope you guys have a great week ahead. Okay, and I hope you guys are also able to grow bigger as our sellers. On behalf of Shopee Uni, okay, and on behalf of my team as well, Shopee Uni trainers, I would like to personally thank you guys for choosing us as your number one e-commerce platform. Okay, I'll see you guys very, very soon. Please do take care. Have a great long weekend. To those of you guys who are celebrating Thaipusam, have a great celebration. Okay, and take care. Bye, everyone.